My name is Tony Reale, and I am the owner of Roadside Blooms. I started the business in 2012. I am a risk taker, as most entrepreneurs, so I had $18,000 in my retirement account in my early 30s. And I took that money out and I bought a 1971 British ice cream truck that we turned into a mobile flower shop. And so we were the first mobile flower shop in Charleston. It was successful, it was fun, but I soon learned that having a British and vintage vehicle was not sustainable. So once I became pregnant with my first child, I let the truck go, and then I had the opportunity to have my first brick and mortar. I took another risk, and we were there for 9 months, and I never thought I would do retail, but people were asking for it because it did complement the wedding and event design I was doing. And then we moved to Spurl location, and we were there for about 5 years, and then had the opportunity actually to buy the land that we're standing on right now. It was really important to bank locally because of the size of our project. We didn't want to go after any large banks. We were introduced to Bob Tennyson through Flyway. If you've ever met Bob, you automatically are just floored that there are bankers as kind and generous and honest.
First Capital Bank is a hometown bank based right here in Charleston, and our success is directly tied to the success of other locally owned businesses. We took the time to really understand the details of what Tony and Brady were planning here, and we were able to then structure a loan that helped them to be successful. We're proud to be a part of the project. It's really community banking at its best.
This is not a project that I have done before, so really being able to trust the banker and know that I'm not going to lose myself in this project was really important. Choosing an architect for this project was really important. I didn't want just a conventional build. April, who I had known about before, I knew she was talented, but her angle, I knew that she was going to be able to help implement some sustainability measures into the building.
I was really excited when Tony called me and asked if I would be her architect for her project. I love working for women. I love working for local clients. This project was really exciting because it has the commercial aspect of the flower shop and then also the residential piece upstairs. The creativity in the work was really exciting to me, and also being able to forge a new pathway with sustainable architecture. We did include many little things that I never would have thought of that actually help with making the building more sustainable. Using local flowers, I get to connect with my local farmers who have become family over the years. And the flowers are just fresher, they're more vibrant. There's a lot of types of flowers that you can't even get shipped because of their fragile nature.
I'm with Urihana Flower Farm out of Conway, South Carolina. The company was founded back in 2004 by my mother and father.
Before working with Brian, I worked with his father, and so our relationship goes back to 2008, and that relationship between farmer and florist is so precious and so important.
The flower industry is a global market, and it needs to be, so we're grateful for that, but when given the opportunity, I always encourage to support local. So you reduce the carbon footprint, number one, so these flowers are shipped from across the world, so you're reducing the carbon footprint there. Their refrigeration costs, and when it gets to America, oftentimes it's put on an 18-wheeler and has to be trucked. In addition to that, it's normally 5 to 7 days old by the time a consumer gets it, and with locally grown flowers, we cut it today and deliver it tomorrow.
I know that my customers value what we do here at Roadside Blooms. Early on, it was an educational piece of educating people about where our flowers come from and why that's important. But once people know, they're hooked. And same with buying locally made products. So for example, when our dear friend Jordan comes in with her daughter and they purchase things off of our bouquet bar, that money not only supports Roadside Blooms, but supports my staff. That helps us grow. It helps us get new businesses into Roadside Blooms. And that dollar keeps growing and stretching out into our community. It allows us to sponsor t-shirts for the local school where my kids go and soccer teams and things like that. When our customers come in and they're spending money here, it does go out into our community.